In here with the Trustin and Jeff show, episode number 16. And yeah, it's not on a Thursday. Thursday was crazy, Friday was crazy, but we got it here on Saturday.
Number 16.
Yep, we're going to resume back on Tuesdays and Thursdays from this point forward.
Yep. So yeah, man, been a crazy week. Got a lot of work done around the house, so that's always good. Yeah, I can't believe the fight was postponed. I know we touch on this at least every time because it's a big fight coming up. So, but yeah, it's postponed due to Mike Tyson's ulcers, I guess.
So does he have stomach ulcers, or does he?
Yeah. He had that issue on a plane, I guess, and where he had some medical attention. And then.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to postpone it, but then today, like, I seen tons of videos dropping this morning on YouTube, cancellation. So, at least if the videos I've seen are all correct, it looks like it's going to be postponed, which, man, that's a disappointment. But as long as we get to see it eventually, it'll be worth it, because I do believe, like I said, I think Mike's going to win. I really predict that, so...
Yeah, I mean, everybody's hoping for Mike to win.
I mean, what a way to cement your legacy is the guy to KO, Jake Paul for the first time. Like, I can't see any other outcome, man. Just, even if he's 40% the boxer he was, I still think that's enough to do it. You got to realize, like,
yeah,
that's still better than most boxers. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
I mean, shit, though, you can only imagine the toll he's putting on himself just going through this fight.
Yeah.
Like Tyson.
Yeah,
just the amount of work and the stress that comes with preparing for a fight.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I think he could do it, man. I definitely have a lot of faith in the dude. But it's been a lot of rap beefs, dude. I don't know if you've kept up on that, man. But there's like a ton of rap beefs, and it's crazy. Like, man, yeah, like the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, man. Like.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
I remember that song that you were showing me.
Yeah, like, I mean, he really did him in with a diss, man. Like, I mean, he definitely turned
at least with the disses,
and I get
it's
why.
kind of within the range of their
art form.
Yeah, the art form of the industry.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't necessarily agree with when they take it out of their own industry.
Yeah.
Like, it's different when you're dissing in a song compared to, like, dissing by, like, doing crazy shit,
Yeah, it's definitely...
like when they take it too far, because there's a line, that, like, once it gets crossed in one of those beefs, then it's, like, it becomes more personal than business.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what a lot of people just take it... I don't know, people take a lot of internet beef way too far. It's crazy. Like,
well, that's what's funny about it, is just because those two people aren't necessarily taking it as seriously to each other, their entire fan bases become rabid.
That's what I've seen is like, like recently there's been a Adam Calhoun with Ryan Upchurch, a Tom McDonald with Ryan Upchurch has winning a lot of people recently, and what's crazy, he's worked with all these people. Like, him and Tom McDonald did songs together. Traveler, I think it was one of them they did together, and, like, did really good numbers together. These guys have all worked together, and it's like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like,
it's weird seeing them beef with each other.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, and then, like, this way the fans, like, because there's certain things that Ryan Upchurch came out with, like, saying he didn't know certain people and the people came out with, like, receipts, pictures at his house, and, like, also the fans, a lot of the fans follow along close enough to remember when this rapper was at his house. You know what I mean? Because they see the IG. I remember seeing the IG pictures when Adam and him collabed and Mises was at his house. And, like, so, like, he came out and told his fans, like, oh, I don't know this dude, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, some of them realized, hey, he does know him. What's up? Like, why is he lying? And then others just blindly follow. Like, just blindly, like, you're wrong. He had, it's like...
Well, and that's another thing, is too many people are willing to just look at one piece of information, whether it be like a short or something like that, and then they just jump full bandwagon.
Well, or
with
just
whatever it
yes
is.
men. Like, there's a lot of yes men, I feel like. And I feel like if you really like somebody, you could still critique them when they're wrong,
Yeah.
but still support them and like their music. And, like...
Well, that's what's crazy is a lot of people are just all or nothing.
It's, like, I've seen a lot of division in that music genre now because, like, it's either you're for Adam Calhoun or you're for Upchurch or you're for Tom McDonald, when a lot of their fan bases are the same. So they're really just making their fan base smaller with the division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, they're all kind of in that same genre. And, yeah, I don't know, man. It just don't make sense to me, especially once you work with the people and stuff like that. Like, where do you know what I mean? Like, seems like you guys were pretty good at one point. Like...
well, yeah, it seems weird to go backwards like that.
Yeah. Well, that and just to have the beef go on, and then you know, some of these people know. I feel like some of these creators know, like, that their fans are rabid, and they know that, like, they could say a few things, and then, like...
Well, yeah, they don't even have to do the legwork.
They have an army. They have an army.
Yeah, they got
do
a
the
full...
legwork, so they could be like, "Hey, he's wrong." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then they've got a million people.
And then they got a million people rushing to that person's page. Like,
yeah.
But yeah. Did you see the Wes Watson on Fresh and Fit Miami? Did you see that? Oh man, there was tons of videos. So there was tons of videos dropped last week.
Now the Fresh and Fit, I think I've seen them with like Andrew Tate and stuff like that.
Well, so they were calling
Jay Waller.
They were calling Wes Watson a dollar store Andrew Tate is what they called him. But even though Wes Watson was bigger than Andrew Tate at one point, like before Andrew Tate got big, Wes Watson was big, is what I'm saying. Like, Andrew Tate is way beyond him at this point, but Wes Watson, I believe, came out. He was bigger in 2019 when he came out at that point than Tate was, is what I'm saying. Now Tate's went past him, but my point to all of this
Tate's model is like he built up all the money first, you know what I mean, or a decent amount of it, and then he built an audience super fast.
Yeah. Well, the Fresh and Fit Miami. What was it? Andrew Wilson had called out, like, and it wasn't even really calling him out. He was just like, they differed on opinion of what success was. And like Andrew Wilson was like, hey, my definition of success is a man who has a happy family and is able, their family is their value, is what he was saying, which I believed a lot in what he was saying and agree with him. And Wes was like, oh no, if you're not rich, ripped, and raw or rare, whatever, like his little motto thing.
I think I might have seen a Sean Jones video about that. Yeah,
dude, everybody dropped videos on this last week. Because Wes Watson went on Fresh and Fit, and then like he tried to show out, and it just really backfired on him, man. Because the way he blew up over a difference in opinion. It wasn't like the guy was really saying, "Hey, you're wrong." He was just like, "Hey, I think you're a little off there. You're only worried about cars and money and appearance. Yeah, and where's the value in the family if you got kids and stuff like that." Yeah, and
well, see, I'm a believer that you need to be successful in all avenues, not just like money or not just family, not just what I mean.
Yeah,
like material things, or like you need it all.
Yeah,
to be successful.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know. Yeah.
Because, I mean, what matters to each person's different, though.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy. I think it's, like...
Because, you need to be truly successful, you got to be successful in all avenues. In your family, in your finances, and in yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, so everybody had dropped videos last week as far as going on about Wes Watson and his appearance. And what's crazy is... people were dropping videos about his program being a scam. It's basically like a multi-level marketing deal where they funnel you into like the high-price training tickets. You know what I mean? They're like, he's like, oh, you don't even want to buy the $50 one. That's for bitch made. That's for lame ass dudes and
He's like, pay the $300.
Yeah. Oh no. Pay
or they go like
$2,000. Pay me $1,800 a month to yell at you on Zoom and tell you you're a loser. Like that's what he does too. Like it's, like people's actually recorded some of the Zoom calls and like, this guy got up there and thanked him.
If you're paying for it,
this guy got up there to thank him for his help and this and that, and then like, dude, he's like, I'm gonna kill you, like you idiot! I told you if you don't have a question, don't raise your hand, like. It was just like I'm like, wow, like who would pay?
Oh
like,
yeah, that's definitely from. I remember
Yeah,
seeing something on a
yeah.
Sean Jones video
Well,
about
and
that.
like I've known this. I seen him blow up, and I remember when he blew up, and I'm like, dude, like people are buying into this whole persona and what
Well,
he's
that's the
saying,
thing
and
though. Is I mean, it made him a bunch of money.
like it's just crazy. You could be a caricature, and people buy into that faster than like I don't know, like
being legit yourself.
like I don't know. But then again, you see Sam Sulek. You know what I mean? Like so sometimes like you just never know what hits on YouTube.
Really,
like,
just depends on who if the market's there.
I think the market's
Did you just turn
there.
that off?
No.
Okay.
I think the market's there for anybody. I hope I didn't make it echo though.
Let me make sure your stuff's still connected. Okay, yeah, it's still connected.
So yeah, but yeah, is I don't know, man. Like I said, the whole thing with Wes is weird because I knew, I had actually looked into his coaching, and I like because I liked some of what he did. I mean, you can't argue. The guy, I know the guy got out. I remember his
For $50,
I
what do you even get? Does he send you an angry email?
I think you get to be part of a Zoom call with like 2,000 people or something. So you might, so God knows if you even get to learn anything. Anyways, so.
And how do you structure a Zoom call to 2,000
He probably
people?
just yells at them and then like says, go get it in. And
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I know he does have like an app with a meal plan thing and like.
Yeah.
He does.
Are the meal plans legit?
Yeah. I mean, he does know like the macronutrients, what to get.
Yeah.
Like it's legit. Like. But it's legit what you would get anywhere for training.
Yeah.
You can get the same thing probably for $200, $100 a month. You know what I mean? Roughly, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy. I mean, the one thing you can't argue with is the guy did get out, and I remember he went from not even having a YouTube channel to going on Fresh Out, doing a couple interviews that did really well. I mean, they blew up, and then he made his own channel and. Man, his views surpassed the guy who's got him started. And one thing I will say is like he never shouts out the guy who gave him his first chance on YouTube. Like the first interview that he blew up on, he never really shouts out that channel, which I never got that because like you figure you'd give.
Do you know which channel it was?
Yeah, Fresh Out, Big Hurt,
Fresh Out.
Fresh Out. So like, and then like that's where he gave him his break. He see them videos blew up. He went on and made his own YouTube channel and stuff. And dude, the guy he's made himself a millionaire from being like literally getting out of prison within like 6 years to being.
Yeah.
I think his net worth is over 10 mil at least probably. I mean he's very successful. You got to give him that. You can't take that away. So like that's one reason I looked into his coaching and I'm like, man, like then when I looked into it, I seen the website. I'm like, you know what I mean? It didn't look too high level, you know what I mean? And like and I heard people say that some people make shitty websites because they want to get the dumb people. Like they make it a website that looks like that it's only going to appeal to someone who's kind of ignorant, more or less, because that's the customer base they want. I guess I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
I mean
but
that
I've heard
almost
some
just
people say
seems
that critiquing him.
That seems like some bad public. I
mean, I don't know, man. Like the guy. I mean, is it though? Because like,
if he's making the money on it, he's making the money.
The one thing is you can't argue. Like he does got.
I'm just saying it makes him look bad.
He's made a lot of good money. He's made a lot of money. Really. I mean, he should be set the rest of his life either way. I mean, I could definitely be good with half of what he had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah.
I'd yell at people for that kind of money.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm all about.
I wouldn't start my channel on it, but if I had the big paycheck just sitting right in front of me, if I did it, I'd just go do it.
I think you should push yourself with training and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, everybody's different on what works
for like
them.
my own personal path, I wouldn't just like start doing that, but.
Yeah. And it's not even like a David Goggins style of like
trying to motivate people.
You know what I mean? It's not.
It's just like talking shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. He definitely got. He went viral. I don't know if he went viral like he wanted, but
with that though, it's like live by the sword, die by the sword. If you're gonna live talking a whole bunch of shit, there's people who are gonna talk a whole bunch of shit about you too.
Yeah,
I mean, one day they'll get you.
They people say all publicity is good publicity. So maybe
but all it's gonna take is him slipping up, saying the wrong combination of words, and then it's like.
Yeah, it's anybody could be canceled. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, I was
When
surprised.
certain people are more prone to getting canceled than others. Like
Yeah.
some people like can say one thing and then instantly get canceled, and then there's other people who can get away with just saying crazy shit all the time.
Yeah.
They never get canceled, and then
Yeah.
maybe they get canceled down the road way after everything's happened. And
I'm surprised Strickland hasn't been like, like,
yeah.
like he definitely pushed them.
Well, people
like,
think that they canceled him by just making him lose.
See, I almost wonder that because I don't know that they expected him to win. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he's just a very particular type of fighter because, a person like him would have only been able to get into fighting. Like he said himself that nothing else would have worked for him. He'd ended up in jail.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
fighting was the only thing that would work.
I mean, Strickland, dude, he's actually.
Well, I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast when he was on there, and he talked about his whole backstory, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking like his dad, okay, was like, yeah, I didn't want to hug you because I thought you'd turn gay. and then he's like, well, at least I didn't rape you. Was what his dad said.
That's yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean
crazy.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. Like I don't even know. Yeah, I've heard his dad was pretty crazy. I know his backstories.
Now wild. I don't know. Like I think his dad might have been a drunk, or it might have been his mom. Like
Tyson's backstory is pretty amazing to see. Like because if he not had Cuss not took him in like he did, man. Like Mike Tyson would have probably never been the champ, like he was.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he wasn't really like.
Well, see, Mike had the raw talent.
He had the tools and the raw talent, but
he needed to be shaped.
He was shorter, and like Cuss's style favored a shorter guy because Cuss was small.
Yeah.
So that he knew the angles and he had mastered the art of. You know what I mean? Like, and it just fit with who Tyson was because he was a shorter heavyweight fighter,
Yeah.
For the time period especially. So, like, yeah, man, it's just, but yeah, I was telling somebody the other day about Tyson's backstory, how cool it was because, just one single meeting changed everything for him, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was like, what was it, 12 beating up people in boxing?
Oh, yeah, he was bad. I mean, he was a beast. He was a beast. And then, like I said, Cuss took that raw talent and formed him. And that's why he's so scary, I believe, because, like, he had that sheer meanness and aggression that you need.
He's one of the few people in fighting where, like, he gave himself the nickname the God of War, and everyone's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that works.
His eyes,
you know what I mean?
Like the way he gets in a mode to fight, like he's just, he's definitely something, man. Like he's a force to be reckoned with. So.
Oh yeah, they there's the video of him staring down somebody like right after he got out of prison.
Yeah.
And it was like the coldest stare down he ever did.
Did you ever see where he told the interviewer to leave?
Yeah, he's like, leave.
He's like, leave now.
You must leave now.
And the guy's like, that was the scariest 5 seconds of my life. He's like, you gotta leave.
He's like, I'm very sorry, you have to leave now.
Yeah.
I can't do the Mike Tyson voice.
Yeah, like when he started, and he started to tear up too. It was like, but it wasn't like it was a scary.
Well, yeah, because they were talking about his daughter.
Yeah, it was definitely scary.
Who, like, he lost.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, I don't know. I definitely, I can't believe it's postponed. So disappointed in that.
How long is it postponed? A month?
You have to look
2
it up,
months?
man. Look and see if you can read up an article on it real quick while we're talking about it. But
yeah,
I know I was just definitely disappointed. I was like, damn, dude, like July was wasn't coming quick enough, because for me, I just want to see the knockout, man. Because it's been an interesting week though, man. Interesting week. But yeah, as far as the fan bases, man, yeah, like people have really been going after people just because of like who they support as musical artists, and it's crazy, man.
Just says postponed, but I'm trying to figure out how long it was postponed.
Yeah, that's all I seen too was postponed, like, which stinks because that was like what.
Okay, so they don't know just yet.
Yeah, once you get like. Something like that, and I was like, what fights are coming up that's anything close to that? Like, I think Fury fought recently again, didn't he?
I don't know.
Fury and Gooseman or something?
Oh, yeah, he lost. That's what it was.
Fury lost to Gooseman?
Yeah.
Okay, Gooseman's... Ain't that the one who beat... the dude.
I
who
don't
lo-
pay attention to
yeah.
any of the fights that's going on. I just
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll see a Sean Jones
so did he
video.
lose the belt, right? So now
Yeah.
he's not champion. Oh man.
You're talking about boxing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The Gypsy King, man, fell, huh?
Yeah. It's weird. It's like I don't pay attention to any of the fights that are going on, but I'll go to the fight gym.
I like to.
I'll
keep
be
up
in
on
the
some-
jiu-jitsu gym and the Muay, go do Muay Thai.
I keep up on some of the UFC,
But, like-
not like on it though.
Yeah, I'll watch like a Sean Jones video or like a Steven Strangles people. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty much all the fight news I get.
Yeah.
The occasional jiu-jitsu video.
Heck yeah. Any new Rogans you listened to recently?
I've listened to a couple of them.
Any more about AI?
No, they didn't talk about AI in the last one. Let me pull up a little summary real quick.
Yeah. I've not seen no UFO videos recently either, man.
Well, it's like after him and Tucker Carlson talked about it that it just like nobody talks about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you.
So, fight-related stuff. Oh, I've been posting a lot of jiu-jitsu shorts now, so if you guys want to learn some jiu-jitsu, I've been posting it.
Heck yeah.
The last one I seen was when Rami Warren was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, okay.
So let me pull up a little summary about who Rami Warren is. Yeah, he's a hunting guide, so they were talking a lot about hunting. He's on the Live Wild podcast or Live Wild.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. I try to listen to podcasts that have some kind of like benefit to me. At least me personally, like when it comes to like Joe Rogan podcasts and stuff, because he has just so many guests on that it's like there's different qualities in the guests you bring on or that he brings on. You know, it's like because as comedian buddies, you're going to get a whole different experience than when he has people who fight or scientists or doctors. It's kind of like the experience that you want, and it's nice that he has everyone on there because you can just pick which kind of mood you're going for.
Yeah.
If you're trying for entertainment, or if you're trying to learn, or if you're trying to, just see what the latest fight news is. Because that's what's nice. If you watch the Fight Companions, they talk about everything fighting related.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So it gives you all the news on that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I keep up on some. Like, it's weird. Like, I keep up on a variety of different little things here.
Yeah.
And there, and, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it's just crazy though. Like, I think people get way too invested in like their heroes on YouTube, and it's just crazy, man.
Well, you have to think though. YouTube's pretty much replaced cable television for the majority of people, and so people work 8 hours.
Well,
yeah, it's interactive, but people work 8 hours of their day. They sleep 8, and then for a good 4 to 6, usually people spend just chilling.
Yeah, well,
just
that's what
like
I'm saying.
on YouTube or playing whatever, doing whatever.
Well, people don't realize like there's people who actually like if you got a large enough fan base, and depending on what your fan base is, if they're troll like or not, like, yeah, I mean it's almost like having an army. I mean,
well, yeah, okay, like if Sam Sulek said, "Go to this guy's house," there would be 4 million people at that guy's house.
Oh yeah, no.
Because he's such a like you can tell there's certain creators where like them and their fan base are just so close that it's like they could just say, man, I really just don't like the color red, and then the fucking sales of all red shirts in the U.S. will go down like 2%.
Yeah, do you watch Impaville ever?
No.
I don't know. Okay, so dude, he does some good videos on some good topics, right? Some interesting topics to me at least. And anyways, keep up on his videos. He seems like he must have a pretty avid fan base because like he did a video on somebody the other day that like, and he wasn't like, he's like, I'm not attacking them. I'm not telling you to go attack them. Please don't attack them. This person has enough people already attacking them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Please don't add to it. Blah blah blah. And then he goes into like his opinion on this guy. But anyways, like you could just tell like his audience, like really like he had to like beg his audience like, do not go mess with this dude. Like,
yeah.
Please. But like, and I think a lot of creators realize that, and it's just I don't know,
Well,
man,
it's like the whole great power, great responsibility, because
yeah,
when you speak to the masses, they will listen.
yeah.
You know, especially if you have a really good relationship with your fan base, because there are some people like
well, I think
I
it's
remember
great to be
watching a
close with your
video
fan base,
about
but
like Jake Paul talking some shit, or it might have been Logan Paul. It was one of the two Paul brothers. They were talking shit, and I think it was Logan. And after he had talked shit about this YouTuber, only one person out of his entire fan base actually messaged the YouTuber.
really,
Only one person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It depends on your fan base, and it depends on how you are with
But
them.
like I'm telling you, if Sam Sulek said something bad about someone, they're like it's like
well,
getting a nuke dropped on your channel.
Yeah, well, and it don't even matter. Like sometimes it ain't about the amount of subs; it's about how avid they are. Like,
well, yeah, because if you had 1,000 subscribers, but they would go to bat and fight to the death for you, that's worth more than having 30,000 followers that might go do something, they might not, whatever.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying is like I made a video recently because like I seen where a creator had lied, and like I knew, obviously I knew certain facts that were like blatant lies.
Yeah, which creator was it?
It was Ryan Upchurch, and then it was the beef that I was addressing anyways.
Oh yeah.
And it's not that I'm picking a side because I still like his music, still support him, still support Adam Calhoun. Like that's their issue, not mine. But I see these people who are so invested that they're like, oh no, he's right, and it's like, no, he's not, man. Like, dude showed you pictures at his house where he sleeps and eats and keeps his family, so they have to know each other because they have pictures together in Ryan's house, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then like also like Ryan, the dude had also got like Ryan to give his friend's daughter anyway a call like because like that was her favorite singer or whatever, so like they knew each other. He was able to call in special favors even for a friend's daughter, and like he had all the receipts for it. And then like a lot of the fans seen it when it happened back in 2018 too, so like but you got a lot of these fans who like it's crazy because like you'll have one fan that'll speak out and just say the truth, and then a bunch of these other weirdo fans who just won't call out a lie. They'll just be like, oh, there's no wrong here. You know what I mean? Or he's right no matter what, It's just crazy because, like, like, I don't know, man. You can't have just a bunch of yes men. And if that's all you surround yourself with, then you're going to end up wrong.
Thinking about it, though, if there was one creator you don't want to mess with, it'd be Mr. Beast.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Could you imagine if Mr. Beast said something bad about you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's and I think a lot of
he built so
creators,
much goodwill because he just gives millions of dollars away.
Yeah,
like, you can't, that's the kind of goodwill you cannot replicate.
Yeah.
Like of course,
well,
you can, like, Sam Sulek's got tons of people that will do whatever. Like, he shows up somewhere, 40,000 people are going to show up within or 1,000 people are going to show up within an hour.
Yeah.
But like if Mr. Beast says something bad about you, that's like you may as well just give up and
that's like
change your identity.
Out. Like that's why people are always like asking big YouTubers for a shout out, even because like just your name mentioned on certain channels will get you. I mean.
Well, I
seen
the strategy to get monetized quickly. So you make your channel, you get it fully made, you get your trailer video, you get 5 uploads ready to go, okay, and then you upload them, and then you find a popular streamer who does reactions all day. You pay them, you pay them some money, give them a compliment, be like, hey, will you react to this video?
Yeah.
And then see if you can get them to react to it, and then if they can react to it, then you just get an insane amount of following really fast.
Yeah. Well, and what you probably do is do it with multiple reactors too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, but think about it though. I seen a dude do it with it was like $300 altogether, or it was $500 because he paid an editor.
Yeah.
He had an editor do the video for him. He did nothing. All he did was be the middleman.
Yeah. Well.
It took him $500, but then he got fully monetized, 10,000 subs in a day, and then literally went from there, and then it went up even more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's possible. It definitely is possible. I mean, that's the thing is collaborating works on YouTube a lot. there's a lot of ways. I mean, you got to put the work in. I don't think there's no shortcut around work. Like,
Well,
with
yeah,
success.
like with that guy, he had to go through
That was
all the
smart. Yeah, I mean, he
legwork
still had
of
to do a lot of
recording,
work.
and
Yeah,
then
like,
getting the guy to edit, and then he paid a dude to do a voiceover.
yeah, but that's still, I mean, that's a smart way to do it, man. Like, it's all about trying to be creative. I think that's the
Yeah.
thing. Is like, there's many, like, even being active in your comments. Like, that's one reason, like, I try to respond to anybody who comments, because, like, that's the whole point.
Oh,
of
for
this.
shorts, I
It's-
respond to every single
It's
one.
the whole point, is to be interactive and build a community, you know, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, because some people get on YouTube and don't even realize there's a comment section, which is crazy to me now. Like, looking back, I was one of them people at a point, you know, but like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy, man. Like, it's a great big world with the internet, and like, I think people should decide to do better with it, because there's so much. I mean, it gives you a lot of reach, a lot of power, and like, you know,
Yeah.
like anything, man. Like, it's what you do, but yeah, like, I think.
When you have to think about how difficult it would be to not just start talking shit about everything if you had a fan base like that.
Well, I mean, when you get, like, that's the thing, and that's
Like, you have to really think about the exact words you
absolute power
say.
corrupts absolutely. When nobody questions you, when everybody's just gonna go with you, then you never get no actual input.
Yeah.
You know, when you're,
I wouldn't even talk shit about nobody. I'd just be like
because
chilling.
like the thing that made,
If I had a
like,
fan base like that, I'd just go to like the nearest Waffle House or something. And be like, I'm at this Waffle House, and just watch 1,000 people show up and start signing shit.
no, and that's the thing that like made Ryan real big, is like he was real close to the fan base. He'd
Yeah.
hang out after shows, but it feels like now he's surrounded himself with like just a bunch of yes men from that fan base.
Yeah.
And it's like any of the people who would address anything he might do and say, hey, man, I don't think that's cool, or that might go against the grain.
Yeah.
It's like any of them had been pushed away, and it's like, wait a minute, like your whole brand was about
Yeah.
something completely different. And
Well,
now,
and I think he's going with the path of least resistance at this
Well,
point,
and I
because
think
now his
it's easy
pockets
to
are lined
do.
with money.
well, it's easy to do, man, and like, yeah, like it's just crazy, man, because like,
Well, it's easy to stick with what works when it's making you a bunch of money.
yeah, but he forgets
Yeah.
like the thing that made everybody, you know, kind of fall in love with him was he was like, you know, small town dude,
Yeah.
and he just like kind of stayed true to that.
See,
and like,
what I've come to notice is that with most people, the repercussions of them changing their public perception doesn't even hit them for like a decade or two.
well, it's, I mean, you gotta
You know what I
think
mean?
of
'Cause
the
they-
shock, dude. If
Yeah.
you grow up like, I mean, if you want,
Well,
you
say
go
you
from
grew up-
never having money and then you go to having millions,
Yeah.
man. Like, it would be hard to tell anybody how you tell somebody shit once they're a self-made millionaire. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind
Well, my point though is like the audience doesn't start, it doesn't like affect their popularity till way after the fact, because it takes a while.
yeah. Well, I mean,
And it's different from person to person, because some people just shift their whole audience that way,
yeah,
and like they'll change, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Or the majority.
yeah. I mean,
Because most people are just for creators just because it's like
Yeah.
that's Sam Sulek, you know what I mean? Or that's
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Well, yeah,
And they're just all for it because they're the yes men,
yeah,
or the yes people.
yeah.
Like,
It's just crazy, man. Like, I think you
I
should-
would totally just be like, I'm at the nearest Waffle House.
I think you should be able to just be
Wouldn't you?
non-biased. I don't
You
know,
feel like
man.
I'm at
Like,
this
it
fight
depends.
gym to have 3,000 people pop up.
Like, I think it would be cool.
Just 'cause you
I don't
can.
know if I'd ever. I don't know, man. I mean, I think if I ever did have fame like that, I don't know.
We're having
I'd
a
like to try
raffle.
to stay small. Like,
I'd be like,
living
we're
that
having a
life, you
raffle.
know?
The first 100 people who show up get like a consulting call or shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, I don't know. It just.
That would definitely be crazy.
Yeah,
be
but it would
cool.
suck though. I mean, like Sam probably has trouble finding gyms to work out at. Like,
Well, yeah, when you're that big and like within an hour, if someone spots you who knows you, there's gonna be hundreds of people there.
yeah.
I
mean, I don't know. I mean, I know Sam's big, but like, I don't know, man. It
Well,
don't seem
Mr.
like he has
Beast
the
explained
problems.
it. So it's like once you get 1 million, you might get noticed, once a day or once every
What's Sam at
every
now?
few days. And then once you hit 10 million, you'll get noticed multiple times a day. And then once you get to 100 million, then it's like you can't go anywhere without it's like people
Yeah.
busting your door down. Like,
What's Sam at now?
I don't know. I'd have to
Let
pull
me
it
see.
up.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, it's cool. I'm glad Sam made it like he did, really, man. Just because, like, I don't think enough authentic people make it on YouTube, really.
He's at 3.4 million subs.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, he does great, though, on his views and shit. Like, he's definitely took off to be the biggest in the fitness lane. I mean, to pop off like he did was awesome.
Well, the only person who's bigger than him in fitness would be like Athlean X or like, you know, the ones who have been established for a long time.
Yeah, but I don't even know if they're touching the views, though.
Well, shit. Let me look it up real quick. I know
See what
Athlean
their
X,
last video
subscriber-wise, he might be at 10 right now.
Yeah, let's see. Just curious.
Let's see what he's at. Oh, no, he's at 13.7 million.
Athlean X is.
Yeah, and he's averaging like 1 million views per video. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Depends what it is. But he's been doing this for like the better part of 2 decades now.
Yeah.
Dude got on the YouTube train early.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, man. Like getting it.
Well, you have to think like the difference in like the competition that me and you are experiencing compared to the people just 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the competition is just much more vast.
Yeah.
Like for us to get any kind of outreach and lots of views and things like that, like it takes more effort, but at the same time it's easier in a way because people make videos about how to do it. And they work if you put the work in,
like,
you know? Like it works. It's just you got to treat it like a job.
Yeah.
If you want to get big, like
I think it's all about like effort and reward eventually, like, you know, and then like
consistency,
trying to make it a
effort,
habit. That's one thing is like making it a habit to consistently record and like
yeah, we can't have that playing.
Get it fixed. Got it. But anyways, yeah, it's just consistency is huge on YouTube. I know that. That's one thing I would try to realize probably from the beginning is just like to stay with it, like where you're uploading regularly. Like that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Taking breaks is huge because you're losing time and being seen online.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing that I do that works, but it's definitely difficult to do, is getting enough, you know, shorts and videos set on a schedule far enough ahead that if like you miss a few days, it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
Like that, and it's difficult to do because it's like, yeah, you know, say for me personally, it takes me about an hour and 20 minutes for a short. Well, say I make 5 or 6 shorts, that's 6 days worth of shorts. Well, it's real easy to just not do anything for 6 days when, say, you take 2 days off, but then the next time you make another 3-4 shorts or 2, and then the next one you make another 2, you know.
What's crazy, some people are inconsistent in work, but like a lot of them are musical artists.
Well, also, when you're being super inconsistent, like it works if the quality of the content you make is just so great.
Well, yeah, you could.
That, like you can get away with one video a month, or like
because you're putting that so much over. But
because I listen to Alex Hermanzi talk about the effort that actually goes into content creation, and he's talking about there's YouTubers out there that spend like 2-3 months and with a team of 12 people or multiple teams of people just to make one video.
Yeah.
You know, just to output a video like each month. It's like staggered, and then there's other ones to where it's like a lot less and they're still doing great. And he talks about like a 1-to-4 ratio. So for any piece of content you're going to make, do 1/4 of the time that the content's going to be's worth of prep.
Yeah.
So like if say you're doing an hour podcast, you do 15 minutes of just like right before the podcast, just prep.
Yeah.
Like doing some research, whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
Or like
you should definitely prepare like anything like.
And he was talking about like outlines and notes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because like there's people who take notes for their videos, and like that's great if you're doing anything reaction wise.
Yeah, well, people take
with like
notes
script and stuff like that.
I think the effort, like you definitely got to put the effort in and like try to hone your craft as you go.
Well, there's so many strategies because it's like you could be the type of person who makes one super high quality video a week, or you can be the type of person
there's
who
a lot of people just
makes good quality content, but then do it every day, but it's like not as much effort per se. Yeah. Or you live stream every day. That's also something that works.
Yeah, I mean, there's different approaches.
I was doing 100 minutes a day, and I fell off of that. Yeah. I got to get back on it.
Yeah.
Doing 100 minutes a day. It's just my whole schedule changed because I started going back to the fight gym, and that's taking up pretty much my 100 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu content lately.
Yeah, well, I mean, that ain't a bad trade-off, though, really.
Well, the next MMA fight that happens from someone in the gym, I might drive up there and record it.
Oh, yeah.
Make a video out of it.
That's cool. Yeah, no, that'd be good. Everybody likes to see, you know what I mean?
Some amateur fights.
Yeah, amateur fights, yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy, man. Like, I think, yeah, I want to try to do something good with whatever I do on YouTube. That's one thing I realized is like, you know, it's, you know, I guess it's really what you want to put your energy into, and like, yeah.
See, this has always been a hobby for me. Like, I enjoy just making videos. Yeah. I enjoy looking at the numbers go up.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's something I'd rather create something than not.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy. Like I said, it's just so crazy to see. Like, I've seen a lot of adults that are just completely like, almost fangirls for people on YouTube.
Yeah, for content creators.
Yeah, man. Like, and it's crazy because like the reason I go back to the, you know, like I said, I'm going to address the Ryan Upchurch thing is like, there's true fans that have called him out recently, and then they're attacked by these people who don't even like
who aren't necessarily
maybe
like,
they're new fans and they didn't get to see in 2018 when when Ryan and Mises were both posting pictures.
Well, that's
IG
another
together.
thing you have to think about is a lot of the people who are doing that are all the new fan base, because
that's what I'm saying,
each
like,
year it's almost like an exponential growth the more people you have. So it's like the audience that he built the first, I don't know how long he's been doing it, probably a decade by now, right? Over a decade.
Like,
So for the first 5 years,
since
for the first 5 years, he built up on this, audience, and then 5 years after that was this audience.
You got people like
5 years after that was a different audience. It kind of switched over.
And that's the thing is like you got people like me who've seen all these guys who are beefing right now. Adam Calhoun, Mises, Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah.
I've been following all these guys since 2015. So I remember when like these pictures were posted on IG of them together. I remember the collaboration videos, and then now like. Yeah. Ryan comes out, says one thing, denies knowing this guy, and then these people just go right along with it when it's like, wait, dude, this dude just posted a video with pictures proving to you guys. Second off, if you've been following as long as I have, you knew this to begin with, that they knew each other.
Yeah.
Like, but yet you're going to go along with this because you don't want to, you know what I mean? Because you're a fan of his. Like, I'm a fan of his still, but like, no, dude, that's a complete BS lie. People seen it when it happened in 2018. A lot of people knew they knew each other that had been following all three of these guys. And then, like, you got these grown middle-aged men that's out there attacking people because they're just like, hey, it is what it is. He lied. And you're attacked for calling out truth. That's crazy. And that's, like, supposedly the exact opposite of what, like, Ryan's supposed to stand for. So that's why I'm like, man, like I said, I'm still going to go support him, see his show, but, like, yeah, it's just crazy to see, to see a bunch of yes men gas somebody's head up to the point that their true fans aren't even heard. It's just weird, man. Weird world we live in, man. Like,
well, the issue with that specifically is, like, the yes men in that circumstance, they are true fans, but they're the new true fans.
Well, yeah, but you
not
can't
the
deny
old
fact,
true
though.
friends.
Like,
you
can't
can't.
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
can't
when there's
deny
pictures
what
and real
happened.
proof, and like, and then there's people who've seen it when it happened.
Like, you can't deny tangible evidence. That's
like,
not what I'm saying.
But
I'm
they
just
do.
saying
But
that,
they do. Like, they do. Like, that's what's so
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, wow, dude. Like,
well, people are irrational by their very nature.
Just like it's kind of crazy. People get so sucked up like that into something like that, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's why I'm glad, like, we do our thing. Like, I'll check out a few workout videos that interest me or whatever I want to keep up with music-wise. But, like, other than that, dude, I turn this stuff off and I'm do my thing. Like, it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
Let's
see where we're at.
Go do some legs in a little bit.
Yeah.
Record some there.
Do you want to do the full hour?
We'll go a little bit longer. I'm down with that.
Or are you trying to go to 50 minutes?
It don't matter. Whatever works for you, really.
We'll see. We'll see where we're at once it gets closer
we'll do
to
some
50.
legs. Hopefully, if we can get Sean to come along, we'll get him to not walk out of that gym.
Well, he really wants to be on the podcast.
Well,
he's
got to keep up with the leg day.
Yeah. He wants to be on.
That'll get
He's got his own mic, so he can bring that to plug it in. I'm just trying to think about seating wise how we do this. He'd have to sit to your right.
I don't know. I mean, are we talking about like as a guest or?
Yeah, as like a
regular?
guest.
All right, we'll figure something out.
I don't. Like, I mean, it'd be nice maybe for a guest, but I don't know if I'd want him as a regular.
Yeah, I don't know about the regular thing, but we'll figure it out. I'm down for.
Because I mean, this is the Trustin and Jeff show.
We could do some guest appearances.
Like to add him on.
I do
want to
make it like the
Trustin Jeff and Sean show. That wouldn't be right.
I want to get some interviews scheduled though too eventually down the road. Yeah. But yeah, man, a guest spot would be cool. We could do guest spots some here and there. I'm down with that. Make it a little interesting if nothing else. But yeah,
I wonder.
He's got to get through.
You know how you talk with the that show you watched, that one guy.
Oh, like the call-ins?
Yeah. I wonder if we could get him to like Skype in for like a segment in a podcast.
We could. I don't know how you'd Skype it.
Well, I just record it.
Okay.
All I'd have to do is just
we could pre-record. Is that what you're saying?
It wouldn't need to be pre-recorded. All we'd have to do is set it to show up as a source.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm down.
Because if we could get him on as like even just a segment, it would like, especially if they talked about it on their podcast.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You need to switch the mic around.
I would love to have chocolate. Yeah, maybe we'll try to get old Chocolate Charlie on here for a guest.
And get them to like. It'd be really cool if they did it mid their podcast, but I get that they may not. But
they're national radio, like so. Like
if they might just
there's people who call in and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm on YouTube." You know what I mean? They'll try to get it out there on the radio real quick, like, yeah. But yeah, we'll figure out something. I'll have to DM him and see if we can't get him on for an interview. But yeah,
that would be like that'd be a big break for us.
Best morning radio show in America, I'd say.
Because you have to think it's going to take 5 years of us just grinding on our own to get there. But if we get the right guests, if we get the right guests, then we could definitely. Yeah, we still have to put the work in, but get there quicker.
Yeah, no, for sure. I want to.
Instead of us walking the Oregon Trail, we can take a Lamborghini down it.
I got you.
You know, or like.
But yeah,
instead of horse and buggy, we'll get us an old.
Well, that's what I started off doing was just. Dude, I got on YouTube and I just started hitting people up like that I liked their content or dug what they were doing. Figured they had a good story I wanted to get on my channel and like just started being like, hey, you want to collab? Hey, you want to collab? like I know people like some people are like, dude, and then like some people, hey, but I shout out, I got a bunch of people on just by staying. They'd be like, hey, I'll do it in a week or two. Well, guess what? In a week or two, maybe they were trying to blow me off, but like a week or two later, I'm like, "Hey, you ready to do that pod?" And they're like, "Yeah, maybe in a week or two." Like, you know,
and then you're like, "Hey."
Eventually, I got most of them on there though. Eventually, you got yeah. Shout out to everybody who came on, man. Like, cause I was actually going through cleaning up my old lives, and I tried to leave up just my lives that are interviews.
Yeah.
Because like really, them are the good ones. Them are their live interviews are good. They're solid stories. There's no cuts, no edits. It's all just me asking people questions about like their life stories, and a lot of people have good, interesting stories of turning their life around after prison or crazy situations, whatever it was. But yeah, like I don't know. I need to. Yeah, we'll try to get some guests on here. We got
and what we'll do is
we need to work
I'm
on
gonna get rid of the part you're sitting on. We'll get a chair. We'll get 2 of them in here, so we'll have 3 chairs to sit in.
I'll try to send you some clips this week through the week.
And then the wires, that's the only other situation we need to fix. But if I can just get some more sales, then we can just get some longer wires.
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there.
But if we're doing an online type deal, like if we were doing a podcast where like they were like, on the screen, then we could do with what we had.
Well, most of them I'd say would be on screen. And then like I want to get where we could start using some clips. We need to start trying to like both of us just like send each other clips of what we want to use for the week or the next upcoming week.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Be one of them days. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
We're not at 50 minutes yet.
No, you're good. Just for a check.
Yeah.
What's up, Blue?
Yeah.
We're
in the middle of something right now. Yeah.
Got the mascot for the show now.
Yep, got the mascot down here.
We need to start having Blue on for our special guest.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to start doing like a segment, just me and Blue in a car or something. I thought about it. Like, he's a cool dog. He's chill.
New boy.
What are you doing? He's
He
worn
don't
out,
even
man.
know what he's doing.
Dude, this dog slept like for 24 hours after he been outside all day yesterday,
Yeah.
dude. Like, he don't know, like, the,
Oh, we had him running. We had
Yeah,
the mini bike going, and
he
he's
don't
just
know how to-
running in circles around the yard. He doesn't know how to give up. What he lacks in stamina, he has in willpower, and so he just goes until he's about to drop dead.
Yeah, he don't know how to balance his
You literally have
work.
to. You have to make him stop. You gotta be like, hey.
You gotta, like, hold him.
Yeah, you gotta be like, hey, you need to rest.
No running, Blue. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I had to, like, help him up today. Like,
Yeah.
They're so sore, poor guy. Like, he just don't know when to stop, man. Like,
Yeah.
then you feel bad to make him stop too,
Yeah.
because he'll cry.
Well, and
like,
he'll be strong enough to be able to get up there easy soon. And he's younger than we thought he was.
yeah,
He's only like 7 or 8.
yeah. He's a strong dog, man. He's amazing. I cannot believe how he runs for as big as he is, dude. Like he runs out on that mini bike like it's nothing, especially when his legs are fresh. You know what I mean? Like, what's funny is you could see when he starts slowing down, like.
Yeah, well,
Like, it takes him a little
he like
bit.
wants to eat the tire of the mini bike and doesn't want to let it go. But once you get going, then he's fine with just chasing.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't want you to start.
Oh, he loves running, man. He loves
Yeah.
it. But yeah, he's an awesome dog, man. Awesome
Yeah.
dog. He does great, man. Like with your sister, that's one thing. Like I really
Yeah.
drew me to him is he listens to her so well. Like the big black Amazon guy that was here the other day dropping off a package to the neighbor. He's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "that's a beautiful blue nose." Like, he's like, "I can't believe how good it listens for her." Because yeah, your sister had her him
Yeah.
out there, and he was sitting down like. Holding her, like he's holding her, and like he could drag her, like, you know what I mean, all around.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't even really slow him down, you know, and like,
Yeah.
but he don't, man. He listens well, which is cool. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Blue Noses or Blue Pits, whatever.
If we could keep, like, I've noticed every time we have him on the screen, people just start pouring in
Everybody
here.
loves dogs, man. You gotta.
We
love them.
need to find a
Blue.
way to just.
No, that's what I'm.
We
he's
need
gonna-
to find a way to just
I'm gonna
keep
start
him on the
being-
couch.
I'm gonna start being like my thoughts with Blue or something, and just me and Blue in the car, and I'll chop it up with Blue. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
What the dog thinks about current events.
Yeah.
What a blue nosed pit bull thinks about the current state of the U.S.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
And it's just him like breathing out, like.
Dude, I love what Kennedy was talking about with the blockchain. When he was talking about putting the national budget all out blockchain for everybody, like for Americans to see. Oh, dude, I love that idea. Love that idea so much.
Yeah, that
It'll
would be
never
nice.
happen. It'll never happen. Never in our life
So,
will we see it.
I was watching a video and they were talking about how normally when inflation goes up, the price of gold goes up, but the price of gold hasn't actually gone up. But they believe that Bitcoin went up in the proportion that gold would go up. But since Bitcoin's worth so much more per Bitcoin, that it just went up like a much more significant amount. But percentage-wise, it was about the same.
Well, I don't know, man.
Because
I
a
think
lot of
value
people, a
is
lot
in
of people
gold.
are moving towards Bitcoin now.
Yeah,
Because Bitcoin
but
has a
what
market
happens?
cap.
I mean,
you
like,
can't print Bitcoin.
you can't. But
You're not able to print it at all.
no,
You
I
can
get what you're
steal it, like if you have a Bitcoin wallet, if you have a little USB with like Bitcoin on it, and someone puts a magnet against it, there goes all your Bitcoin. It's gone forever.
Yeah.
You could have $1 billion on a little thumb drive, and if someone
Yeah.
just put a magnet to it, it'd be gone.
Well, see, here's my thing: is like why people are putting that much. That's crazy. Like gold, I see why people put money in gold because, like, no matter what happens,
Well, yeah, with gold, it's physical.
it's physical.
You can
It's
literally
there,
go down
it's
to your
backed.
safe, open it up, pull out a bar of gold, and be like, "Yep, I'm
Like
fine."
you said, like, what if the internet crashes? What if something crazy happens to one of these big server centers or
Well,
whatever? like-
another thing though, is I was watching is like, we even if the apocalypse were to happen, we wouldn't even really use gold.
no,
Anytime,
dude, you're gonna want
anytime,
food.
yeah, you're
Fuck-
gonna want food and bullets.
Yeah,
if it ever got that bad, nobody's gonna use gold anyway.
You go try to trade your gold, somebody's just gonna kill you and take
Yeah.
it. Like,
Exactly. And that's my point, is that it really, the only time gold's useful is in a society that sees it as valuable.
yeah.
Because it's a valuable resource in its own. It's
I mean, I
valuable
get
for
why people
conducting and
collect
things
it.
like that.
I get it's a physical. I get that. And
Yeah.
like, I like it because of that.
Now in society, it's great.
Yeah, but
But the thing about gold, though, as an investment is like the price of gold, like for it to average 7% each year, there's times it's been up 1,000%, or 300%, and then times it's been way down, and then times it's gone up insane amounts just for it to average that 7%.
You got to think also like on the.
But that's going with the markets,
the gold standard, like when the
interest rates and shit,
like
or inflation, not interest rates.
What was it back in like the 20s or something? Didn't the government pretty much rounded up as much gold as they could from the citizens at one point, which is crazy.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to have like.
You're not, dude. If it's mine, it's mine. I'm not turning it in. Come get it. You know what I mean? Or come find it because you're not, whatever. But
should be buried.
Just would not do it. Anyways, but to whoever, I can't believe people turn their gold in. That baffles me beyond belief that anybody.
Well, especially because back then, gold wasn't worth too much, but it's like that gold.
Oh, back then, I mean, the wages were. I mean, dude, your early 1900s were even worse than that. Like, I mean, wages are bad now, but like. Back then,
but that was still
there wasn't labor laws back then, like.
But in the 1900s, that was a time when you could work as even a grocery store clerk, and you could have a house, you could have a family.
Ain't that crazy?
You could have cars. You could go on vacations.
Back in the day, the milkman, was like, basically they say like they did this study. I've seen this short, and they were saying basically. To live as if you were a middle class person, like a mailman
it's like $200,000 a year,
or the milkman, whatever,
or 170.
You need to be making $150,000 a year to be living as good as a milkman did back in 1950 or 60.
Yeah,
that's fun.
And I mean, of course, the technology's newer now, but it doesn't matter. It's like the fact that you have to make that much more just
my dad. Okay, dude, he was able to leave high school, right? Okay. And get a job in Millicron, okay, and be able to have a great life for himself. He was able to have great benefits, great health benefits, buy a house, have decent cars, live a very good middle class life, right? And then like now, dude, them jobs they don't exist in America. They don't. Like used to, used to like a good factory job, bro. You were set. Like you knew somebody, you knew family who worked at Millicron or GE or or Ford or GM. You got in, you were good, and like now, them jobs aren't even in country.
Yeah, well, nowadays the discourse between everyone's just so great because there's so many people who just are living paycheck to paycheck, and then there's also people out there who can go make 40 grand in a day.
There's no middle class no more.
And what's weird is you can go from being nothing to like insane wealth in such a short period of time if you catch the right wave or you do the right thing at the right time.
I think also a lot of people don't.
But people don't talk about all the work that it took to get to the point to where you made that in a day.
You only see the blow up. You don't see all the years of work they were on YouTube, prior.
Or like when it comes to e-commerce, the like multiple failed products they did before they came up with the one that blew up real quick and got the money.
Yeah, like so that's one thing is you gotta always keep an open mind about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Can't believe we're trucking right along almost to we got 2 weeks and we'll be at 20 in the top 1%, which is crazy, dude, because there is a lot of podcasts.
Oh yeah, to be in the top 1% would
hopefully
be just
we'll upgrade
something else.
Hopefully by 20 we'll be able to put some clips in and not get hit with copyrights. We'll figure it out by then. But man, we're getting there. We're trucking along. That's what matters. But
my computer still does it to where it'll reset like the Chrome or even Opera GX when I'm uploading a video, because otherwise we could just pre-record.
I would love to pre-record just because then we could check like if we do clips, we could run.
Yeah, we could just cut the spot out that was copyrighted. Like we
could
just flag it on the editing.
We'll get there. We'll get there soon, man.
Yeah.
Plus, then we could kind of like if we do that, we might start record a day ahead even. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But what matters was we're gonna make it to the top 1% and beyond. So that's what really matters.
Well, and if the top 1% is 20 episodes, I wonder what the top 0.1% is.
I don't know, man. We'll have to look into it.
Let me Google it real quick because we still got
Shout
2
out
minutes.
to all the podcasts that makes it past 20 because, man, it's definitely not a common thing.
Okay, let's see. How many episodes to be
I am going to squat a house today.
0.1.
No, I wish I could, though. Be like, oh, Ronnie Coleman, get my squat up to 800 pounds. That'd be awesome. Minus the broken back it took him to get there. Minus the spinal fucking.
Okay, so apparently 90% of
Issues.
podcasts don't publish more than 3 episodes.
Damn.
And so to be in the top 1%, you know,
you're
you'd have to
telling
be
me
20.
we're already well past the top 3. Or the top 90%.
Yeah.
We're already well into the top 90%. That is awesome.
Yeah. And then it
Shout
says,
out for that.
okay, so 90% of podcasts don't get past episode 3. That's 1.8 million who quit. Of the 200,000 left, 90% will quit after 20 episodes. That's another 180,000 gone. To be in the top 1% of podcasts, you only need to publish 21 episodes
Ooh-wee. We getting
of your
close.
podcast. Your competition is not the 2 million podcasts. It's the 20,000 podcasters who didn't quit. Huh.
Well,
Okay, and then let's see what else. I want to
Will
see
you
if
get
it
there?
goes even more.
we'll get there. Hey. That's crazy. Only 20,000 are there left going.
Yeah, after episode 21.
Shout out to all the people who didn't quit. And make another run at it for all the people who quit. That's what I say.
It seems like that's the 21 is like the standard though to be like
Yeah.
in the top.
Well,
Now we're at
5
an hour,
away.
so I think we're gonna call it now, guys. Really
do some
appreciate
legs.
you watching.